Hey YouTube, this is Ruskin Amusement Park Fan 62. Last week I did a video on Halloween decorating on a budget, something like that. Well, this week I want to do something similar but different, if that makes sense. I want to do Graveyard Edition on a budget. Now, please note this. It depends on what your budget is, because everybody's budget for this sort of thing is going to be different. Also, please note this. It also depends on what you want and not what I want, etc. Now, let's get started. First, tombstones. Now, you can buy tombstones in a couple different ways. You can make them your own. And all you need there was foam. I'm not entirely sure how much foam is offhand. But if you want to buy store-bought ones, something like this, you can actually get a pack of 5, I think it is. They're around like $20 or so, plus or minus a few dollars. And it'll usually contain about 5-6 tombstones in there, and you can go from there. Next is lighting. Now, lighting is one of the big key factors in this ordeal. And it depends on what you want as well. Because everybody's version of lighting is going to be different. And also what you want too is different. You can get something like this. But the thing with these are, you cannot, depending on the color you want, you cannot really find these in the Halloween section, so you have to go to the Christmas section. These will be about $10 to $20 depending on where you get them. You can find these in for the Christmas red, green, and white. Halloween, you can find these for the ones that do carry these. You can also find these in purple, I think orange, and then a color changing one. The color changing one is going to be a lot like this one, but instead of a red bulb, which this one has, it has a color changing bulb. Next is now, if you want to do something smaller and you have something like a clamp light, you can also do something like this. This is an LED light. All you do is screw it into a socket, and this produces a black light. Or you can do something like this, which this is self-explanatory. You can find these in multiple colors as well. These will vary in price depending on where you get them. Lastly, if you're still looking to do it but not spend as much money, you can also do this way. Now, the thing about this type of bulb is, this is from Walmart. This green is not like a bright green compared to something like this. This is like a lighter green. This is $4.88 at Walmart, but it depends on what you want. And then some other factors, other things too, is cobwebbing. The best place to find that is Walmart. You can get that for like $1.50, I think it is, which can actually do quite a good distance. Now, coffin wise, that is where you're going to run into a lot of difficulty, because for places that have them, they're going to cost a lot. You can make your own, but it's not going to look as good. So that's up to you And then if you want to add your own small pieces to it, I highly suggest that. So stuff that is good in a cemetery is something like something like dead flowers. Now, you can do that a couple of ways. The best thing to do is actually you can get them from places like the dollar store, Walmart, and them. You can find them in usually like black and stuff like that. Now, the other cool thing to have in a graveyard is something like this. Now, you can find these at a lot of places. I got both of mine through Home Depot, actually. These were around 15 bucks, I believe. Now, the thing about this one is it does have sound to it. I don't use the sound. But then, speaking of sounds, music. Now, depending on how long you want to have your cemetery up for and stuff like that, you can do music one of two ways. You can actually, if you just want to do music, let's say Halloween night, you can just have some music from your inside and have two speakers outside. Or if you want to have music like in the graveyard itself, the best thing to do is actually get like a boombox from Walmart. They're around, I think, like 20 bucks or so. I will check on the price of that. And then get some computer speakers. Now, the computer speakers are going to vary in price depending on the type you buy, because you can buy them with a subwoofer and some without. So it depends on there, and depending on the price you and depending on what you want, the price is going to vary. And basically, and now it's now the other option is, especially if you have something like an old MP3 player, an old iPad, an old iPod, something like that, this will also work, especially if you're good at putting CDs and stuff like that onto a computer. So all that is up to you.